purchased the house a couple months ago. I said, hey, just looking at this property here, as I see this property from this angle and precision and perspective of vicinity, it's gonna be a great Airbnb rental. So I became a host, man. You know what I'm saying? I set the crib up. First things first, had to furnish the house. That costed $10,000. I didn't realize furnishing stuff was so expensive. And that was actually a cheap job. I thought I had some time. I was out in a different city. I returned to Atlanta and then somebody booked for the next day. So I thought I had 4 to 5 days. Turns out I had 12 hours to make it happen. And so we did. Me and Waleed, we went to the B&B and we like did stuff together.
Hey, I'm high-key exhausted. It's past midnight and we're still setting up. I am currently vacuuming the rooms as to make them clean.
Waleed is helping set up this.
He is vacuuming instead of doing this.
Do you believe that I want to be vacuuming right now?
Okay, you know what I do know? I know that what I'm doing is worse than vacuuming.
I don't think so.
All right, let's switch.
A few other, small things we got.
Hey, so much things went wrong, guys. So much. I can't wait to tell you about it. This is not gonna be like a video where like I try and convince you guys like I'm some fucking money-making guru that doesn't make wrong decisions. I just didn't expect so many things to go wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you. One of the TVs we got broke, so we had to return that one. I wanted to put a TV in all of the rooms so I could say that I had a TV in all of the rooms. Their TVs aren't expensive nowadays. You can get a 55-inch TV for like $300. So we did. We worked through the entire night to make sure it was at least solid for our first guest. And then our first guest appeared! And the goddamn AC unit just went kaploof! Oh man, it was burning in the house. Now I'm calling up all these spots. Yo, do you guys come out same day, same day, same day, same day? Eventually, we found someone to come out same day. But it cost a lot of money. The first guest arrived. Were we ready? No. So we offer her like 30% off or something like that because we knew like it wasn't where it should be. We knew. Now it was good though. Like 3 TVs were mounted. The house was in good condition, but just small stuff. Like the shower curtain wasn't long enough so like water would pour down and hit the floor. Or like we didn't have enough towels. I don't know why y'all use so many towels. Personally, me, I don't do that. I quickly had to learn the way that I live and the stuff I care about is not gonna be the same stuff that guests care about and the way the guests live. And so now I'm sweating bullets because the AC is not working. Our first guest is not happy about it and I'm not trying to get a 1-star review as my first review. I was like, there's no way that this can get any worse. There's no way. Guys, I was wrong. I was very wrong. In the midst of their stay, not only was there a leak in the sink, a chair broke, a bed frame broke, and a bat infiltrated the house and was holding everybody hostage in one of the rooms. I'm not making this stuff up. So I called Waleed immediately. I was like, Waleed, can you fix this sink issue? Because the plumber can't come out for 3 to 4 days. Waleed literally went to Home Depot and found an $8 fix. He saved it. A chair broke. I had to replace the chair. A bed frame broke. Omar had to go there emergency style and just put together a bed frame so someone could sleep that night. Meanwhile, Waleed purchased a new bed frame so that we can replace the broken one by the time the next guest arrives. I bought a chair to replace the old chair that broke, and I had to call an exterminator to get the bat out of the house. But when the exterminator got here, he did his inspection analysis, and it continues to get worse! Turns out that there are termites in the house. And the termites are like these small creatures that like eat on wood and shit. They're not good for the house. It actually gets worse because termites actually bring mice because mice eat termites. So that means that there are probably mice in this house. And that is confirmed by the fact that there is a bat in the house, which means there's probably a nest of bats nearby because bats eat mice. So we had to call an exterminator to get the bat. And I don't mean like the Jose Bautista bat. I'm talking about the creature that started a pandemic. Talking about that thing. That thing entered the house and took a room hostage. So they closed the door and we had to call an exterminator to come out the next day to remove the bat. But the only good news that could come from the fact that the entire animal kingdom has made its way into my Airbnb is that the only reason snakes weren't in the goddamn house was because bats were scaring away the snakes, guys. You might be asking, Agent, what is going on right now? How does all this stuff happen in 3 weeks? That's what I thought to myself, guys. That is a good question. There is some abandoned buildings nearby. The area is being renovated. There's plenty of homes that were, I guess not so pretty that are becoming pretty. So until something is done about my neighbor, which is an abandoned building, it seems like I can only really try and mitigate the issues. I can't really solve it. The city of Atlanta actually sent them a notice to knock the house down, but the people that own the house don't live in the state. So I don't think they received that notice. All right, let's get into the good news now, guys. Let's do some good news. Good news is there was a building moratorium. So nobody could build in the area for a while. I didn't know this. I didn't even do that research. Apparently it's just been lifted and a massive townhouse project was just approved right behind my house. That's gonna be great for property value. And I got insurance on the place. So because if families are coming and big groups are coming, I don't want like a baby to trip and fall and now I'm liable. It's my house, so that's technically how it would go. It's such a, like, the whole process, I'm not gonna lie to you, has been like a little stressful. Sometimes like guests will give me a problem over like not knowing how to like enter the code into the smart lock. I'm like, what's going on, guys? Just put the code in. I gave you the code. We added some small touches with the house, a nice little whiteboard with some rules, some candies for the guests, some sanitizing equipment just to make sure everybody stays safe. It's a house. At the end of the day, there's gonna be some expenses that come up because it is a house and things will eventually go wrong. But I think we're gonna be good moving forward. So I'm excited to see how profitable this can all be when I don't have to pay a boatload of money for electricians and AC people to come in to fix things and contractors to fix drywall and put locks on doors and all of that. The second guest that we had a barbecue. I guess they were celebrating some kind of birthday, right? They left the barbecue in the house. The third guest that came in, I didn't know the barbecue was left at the house, guys. Waleed was getting a ring alert on his phone, so we looked to see what's going on because we have cameras all around the house just for security purposes. Not in the house, around the house. I'm not a privacy peeper, guys, calm down. And I saw the barbecue was on fire. And I don't mean like he was doing a great job cooking. I mean, it was engulfed in a large flame. And I was just watching them casually try and put it out. But I wasn't even stressing that they could potentially burn my house down. Meanwhile, we were dying of laughter. How do you even let the barbecue get to that point? Have we never barbecued before, guys? So the process has been like pretty fascinating. Like people might just steal the TV. So now we have to mount the TVs on the wall because you can't steal mounted TVs. It's small stuff like I guess people need hand towels and then they need face towels and then body towels. And it's like, I just use the same towel for all of that stuff. Me personally. We have rules like no pets because it's hardwood and I don't want the hardwood scratched up, but some guests just brought pets and they scratched up the hardwood anyway. People just like ignore rules, I realized. But hey, for what it's worth, it's a highly profitable gig. So how about we get into how much money I made or lost during the process? How about that, guys? So the good news is that plenty of people booked. The bad news is I didn't get a chance to set a price. So they booked for $150 a night. So I immediately hit up Ben, the real estate agent who helped me purchase the home. I'm like, bro, how much should I be pricing this out at? Did some research. I found out that there's like this thing called, what's it called? Variable pricing? Where depending on the demand of the house, it'll automatically adjust the rate. And people were booking, man, every weekend, boom, boom, boom. And so I upped the price from $150 to like $220. I called Ben. Ben is like, yeah, that's too low, my guy. I upped it to $255. People are still booking. I said, what's going on right now? $285. People are still booking. I upped weekends to $300. People are still booking. Now, like the next like 4 or 5 months of weekends are all booked right now. So let's look at what we got here. Booked earnings for 2021. These are not the amount of people that have already been there. It's just the stuff that's booked. 20,000. That's just off weekends. This is a big house and people are gonna come for like events on weekends, right? So weekends is gonna be booked. I'm not having problems with weekends. I could up the price even more and I'm sure people are gonna book it. The weekdays might actually serve to be an issue because groups don't usually do things on weekdays. I mean, me and my group do because we work from home and we just make our own schedules. But the average person is like the weekend is when they're free and when they go into Atlanta to do things, right? I quickly learned that the $150 cleaning fee that I had set for like the first 20 people that booked was way too low for the house. It should be more like $450, $600. So I upped it to $450. Omar went and hired cleaners. So every time there's a visit, Omar coordinates with the cleaners and boom, the house gets clean and it's ready for the next guest. I'm just now discovering what it takes to be a super host. I really want to be this. So I guess every 3 months we check if you've met the following criteria for the past year. If you do, you'll earn or keep your super host status. Just off weekends being booked alone, I'm making over $3,000 this month off the Airbnb. I have the weekdays currently blocked off, but if I can get those booked, I'm pushing 5,000+. Hey, that's been the update, fellas. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. In a few weeks, y'all see another update from me. Let's talk revenue, man. Let's talk money, man. And this is just off one property, and this is off a beginner. Like, I'm just learning this stuff, so I'm making mistakes as I do it. If you wanna watch the video of me actually purchasing the house, make sure to click this right here. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Those are necessary. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.